Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is SnowShauer. Sorry for the background. I'm just moved into my new house, so I haven't been able to really decorate or make a makeup room quite yet. So you get to see all this lovely stuff in the back. I should be having a room soon, hopefully. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you my everyday makeup look that I end up doing to my face. I already did my hair, I just threw it up in a puff ball. I could always do another video, a simple video to show you how I do that. Don't mind a little copper biting himself in the background. Okay, so let's get started. So I like to start off with a Fenty foundation. I use 300 now that I'm a little bit tanner in the summertime. Sometimes I go in when I'm lighter skinned I should say. I use 260 and I'll mix these two together just because I'm not quite always a lighter shade. And if I use this when I take photos, it looks like I'm a ghost. So I try to mix it up with 300 if I can. I like to use my fingers when I do this. I do 2 pumps on my fingers. Like I said, I don't use the foundation brush anymore just because I notice I get a better even blend when I do this. Oh, I forgot to say off camera in the morning, I always have a morning routine. I like to use Ole Hendrickson. I use him a lot for my eyes and my face and all that good stuff, especially on my forehead. I have really sensitive skin, so I break out super easy with new stuff. And I noticed with Rihanna's stuff, I have not broken out, which has been amazing. I never used foundation before. I was always worried about like my eyes and stuff. And sometimes I won't do it, but when I'm having like, you know, some bad breakout days and I'm trying to cover it up, this is what I like to use. And never forget to do your ears because you don't want your ears looking like 2 different colors. And then I like to put it down on my neck just to keep me even. Yeah, looks like I'm pretty good, not all crazy. Okay. So after that, I like to use another Fenty product. This is the color in Sand. It's one of her matchsticks. They're really cool because I get to keep them together. You can get many of them. This is just the one I use. And if you run out, sometimes with the lighter shade, I like to use that as my concealer or my under eye stuff. Obviously, I need to get more. I don't have that much left, but I like to put it under my eye like this. I do like a sweep thing, and then I draw it on my face. I don't like super light colors on my skin. I like to keep it blendable and even, you know, like make it look like I'm not even wearing makeup. And the thing I love about Rihanna's line is that it's so lightweight. I don't even feel like I'm wearing anything. Like I said, for coming from someone who never wore anything on her face to now putting makeup on, it feels like the same thing. Like I'm not even wearing anything. I have freckles. My freckles get to show still. I have this birthmark. Obviously, you guys can see it on my face. It still gets to show once I blend it all out. So I don't know. I just love her stuff. It's just great. And my skin hasn't broken out from it. That's like the best part. Sorry, this is taking me forever. I do have to buy another one of these, but everything is always good to the last drop. Okay, so I like to do a little bit of here and right on my chin after I've done my little triangle the best I can, and then I do down my nose. Beautiful. And then last but not least, I like to do my forehead. Again, I make an upside down triangle. These guys are all upside down triangles. And you don't have to do it this way, it's just I like to keep my skin like all even and stuff like that. Okay, now you're looking hella crazy. It's okay. I do use her blending brush. Again, I have super sensitive skin. Different blending brushes have different things in it. I'm super allergic to latex, and a lot of them I noticed had mixed things inside of it, so when I would put it on my face would start to break out underneath the makeup and it looked really bad. So I never wanted to use a blending brush. But then Rihanna came out with hers and it has no latex in it. I've been using it for a while. This is my second one that I bought. So yeah, I like to use this. I ran out of rose water right now, but I like to use rose water and I like to spray it. I don't like to do water. But right now I'm just gonna be using the Cover Fix, the illuminating setting spray. I haven't shaken it yet just because I don't want all the glitter on it, but I like to spray it just a little bit on here just to get it like moist, and then I like to blot my face and tap on. I like to use this flat end to get underneath my eye to get all like the crinks and the creases and whatever else, and I just pat it, you know? And it's okay to do it like this because then you blend everything else in with the rest of your face. Oh, I almost forgot, also off camera, I used the Gleam by Melanie Mills. I totally forgot that I use this too. I just do this all the time as my regular thing. I totally forgot to add this in there, but I will add this again for you. I use it rose gold. All right, so now that you're all even and blended, normally I would spray my face now with rose water, but I will spray, not shaking it up quite yet, the Cover Fix Illuminating Setting Spray. Just to keep my face like hydrated. It primes it a little bit too. Dry it off. Okay, next thing I use. Okay, I like to highlight next. If anybody knows me, see me in real life, I highlight like crazy, not to the point where it looks like hella bad. I love highlight, I love it, I love to glow. That's also why I use a glitter underneath, because I love glitter, I love it. It's so pretty, I love it. This Cover Fix also has glitter in it, I just love it, I love glitter. So with that being said, I like to mix up what my highlight is. I've been using this one for a while, but transitioning between Fenty's Kilowatt Me Money and Hustle Baby. It's such a pretty color. Obviously, when I open it, you can tell that I use this a lot. It's already hit pan. So that's this guy right there for you. Another one I've been using is Anastasia's Beverly Hills Amarazi palette. Let me get it out. I always put it in the box. I use this one too. Hasn't hit pan. I am very careful with this guy, but it's such a pretty gold color and it shows up so nicely on my face. I like to use that one. And then another one Riri came out with that I love because I like to use it for my eyes, and I'll be using it for my eyes too, but I also use it as a side highlight. Like to really blend it. Is another Kilowatt foil though. It's this one. Kilowatt foil. It's Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. Oh my god, so pretty. I love these guys. I like to put them, and I probably will just because of the purple in my outfit today, but I'll put it on my eyes, not so much, maybe on my cheeks. We'll see how I'm feeling. But I wanted to show you my everyday look, so I'll show you another look when I have it with the purple, or maybe after. I don't know, see how I'm feeling. Okay, yeah, so highlight. I use this Tarte double-ended brush, so it has like a kabuki end, so I could do my contour, and then I use this brush for my highlight. I really wanted to get, maybe later I'll do it, but Rihanna has this beautiful Fenty Beauty like cheek hugging highlight brush. I love it. I like this brush too, but I love it because it hugs it, so it gets a part of my cheek that I haven't touched, and this one I just kind of brush on, as you'll see, but I definitely want to do it. And no, I'm not sponsored by Rihanna. When I really love something, like I try to get everything because I know it's not gonna make my face freak out, and that's like huge for me, finding a product that's not gonna make me break out. So, okay, so I like to dip both of them in here, and then I just like layer where my cheekies are. To get that pop and glow. And then I could do down the center of my nose. Pretty much all the places that I contoured besides under my eyes is contoured, I mean concealed. I like to put the highlight. So like here on my cupid's bow, right here on my chin, I like to go back because, girl, you know I love to glow, so I like to highlight here. And then I like to do whatever's left over on the brush. I tap on the sides. We got a pimple over here coming, but it's okay. We gonna make it glow. We gonna make it glow. Yeah, it's looking cute. And then, you know, I like to brush my brushes because I'm gonna highlight that part anyway, so I like to keep it all the same, so. Okay, after that is done, I go into contouring. Now I can contour. I don't use any cream contours. I know Fenty also has a matchstick where you can use to contour. I do much better with powders. I've been using powder for a while. I use the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Ipanema Sun. Also, you could tell when I open this up that I loved it because it's already hit pan, but I don't know, it does what I need it to do. I love powders instead, and I love Rihanna stuff because it dries as a powder. It dries down on your face, and this works together very well. So you can use powders, you can use creams with it. I would suggest Rihanna's cream contour stick, not anything else with it. I just noticed the way it blends much nicer with her stuff. If not, you can use a powder, it seems to work. So I like to make my face look like a fishy, so I go suck it in. And I go from like down, like where your natural line would already be, because all you're trying to do is accentuate it, so. It's okay if it looks hella crazy. That's what the brush is for, you brush it out. And then I always do my chin, my neck. Just trying to define your features. You know? I always go down the neck. You want to be even, you know, and then I do whatever left over, and I do my ears because you always want to make sure you even, girl. All right, so then you go in the brush. And you blend, you just brush it. And it's okay if like you have some like down on your line. If you notice that's bothering you, or you have like a little bit of crazy fallout like right here, if you get your brush that still your sponge that still has the makeup on it, I do this, and then I'll just like go back down. Or even if it's really hella bothering you, you're like, no, I don't like that. Just go back in your stick. Let's make it white again. And then, yeah, just like that. There you go. And this is more for like a chiseled, you know, it's a chiseled look. That's why people contour, I'm assuming. So I don't know, I'm not really a makeup artist. I just kind of do it because I like how it makes my face look. Okay, back into the bronzer. So then at this point, I like to get my hair. So I do up in my hairline. So you don't want it to look crazy, hella crazy. And then I go on my face here. So you know that part where you did the upside down triangle? You're trying, well for me, I try not to hit that area because you want it to be a little lighter. And I blend a little bit, but up top, like you still don't want to touch that spot that you did. Just because, I don't know, it brightens up your face, I feel. So like when you take pictures, like this part, it's like bright. And you don't want to just darken up your hard work, so. So I like this bronzer. I like to go down, you know? And then whatever I have left over, I start to do like a little bit on the side of my nose. To give it some features. Okay, back to the side of the nose. Now, I contour my nose, also with a powder, not with a creamy brush. I use this Hula Benefit, this little one, I forgot what it's called. It's a mini though. I use the brush that I came with. So I like to rub it in there, and then I tap off the excess, and then I do a line down my nose. And then I go up my brow bone, and then I brush it. So I do like a nice line. Brush off the excess. And I like shape what I want. And it's okay if it looks crazy, that's what I got my other brush for. And then I just go up into my brow bone because I want to make it look as natural as possible. I'm all about natural look, you know, as natural as you can be. So you see all this craziness? Just get your brush that you use and you brush it. Try to blend it as best as you can. You know, when you want mixed chick, you gotta mix these colors, you know? That's not looking too crazy. It looks hella cute. So if you have any stuff left on your brush, I like to go down the center of my nose again, because you know mama love a highlight. Not too bad. And then if you don't have enough, oop, not that one. Not this one. This one. And we got another nose. Looking cute, looking cute. You always fix it up later if it gets crazy. Okay, now for my favorite thing. I love blush, all different types. I use the Tarte blush in Seduce, the color Seduce. It has Amazonian clay, the last 12 hours. Also, I like to use this one because I seem not to make my skin break out, and you're like, blush, that would make you break out. But it really does. Like I said, guys, I have the world's sensitive skin, so I gotta be careful with whatever I use. So generally when I use blush, I like to smile and then use where my cheeks are, and then I go up. I don't know why. When I was in play in like high school and middle school, they would just always go up on my face, so I just always do it that way. You don't have to do it that way. You could just do the apples of your cheeks if you want, but like I said, I just have always gone up. I don't know, you could stop there, but like I said, I love blush. I just like it, so I put it on a lot. But not to the point where it looks crazy, because it doesn't. It all blends out in the end. So after that, yeah, looking cute, I do my brows. My brows are pretty much, I have thick brows. I have dark hair, so, well, dark brown hair. So I like to use the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproofing Brow Set. It's in the color Ebony, and I just fix any sparse areas. I just run the brush through it. I have to get my eyebrows threaded, but yeah, I just fix any sparse areas that I have, and I just like run it through. And my sister Colleen is the one that got me onto this brush. Before, I wouldn't do my eyebrows at all, but she brought up a great point, like, why are you working so hard on your face? You're not even gonna do your eyebrows. Like, that's the rest of your face. And I did notice that when I took photos, when I didn't, and when I didn't, the difference, and it definitely made them bolder. And it didn't make them look hella crazy. Like, I'm not dipping it in there where I get all of it and I'm just like putting it on there, you know what I mean? I'm just brushing it through to get the sparse areas, lightly doing it. Sometimes when I get my eyebrows thread, like she'll thread a little bit too much after she cuts it. So after I do that, I like to go over, if I notice it like still sparse or it's a little dark with the color, I just go over with this, and I like to brush it over just to keep it more mattifying, more neutral, stuff like that. So that's what I do with that. Oh yeah, so next I do my eyes, and my eyes are my favorite too. I guess I just love everything's my favorite, my cheeks, my eyes, but my eyes I'm really good at. And some people do the eyes first and then do their face, but when I'm in a rush, I don't. I do my face first because I feel like that takes longer, and then I'll go in on my eyes. So I use this double-sided brush just because, like I said, when I'm on the go and I gotta leave, I don't have time for looking for other brushes. I just do this brush I took from one of the Anastasia palettes. I'm not sure which one. Or actually, this might be from the Naked palette. I got all the Naked palettes, so it's probably from one of those. I don't know. I just dump the brushes out of the box because I use their brushes, and then I just kind of go to town, whichever one looks nicer. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, so if you spend money on your brushes and you know what they're called, great. I don't, so I just use whatever I got. Okay, so I go back into, when I'm on a rush, and this is my everyday, I go back into the bronzer that I used, and then I use this fluffier side of this brush, and I just swirl around, cap off the excess, and I cut out my eyeballs. Looking down, obviously. You always want to look down so you see where your eyes are. And that's good, we already used the brown from the nose before. It's okay, it's like 2 lighter colors, but I like to cut out where my eyeballs are. See? And then I bring it out. I just do where my eye shape is, like I'm not doing anything crazy or drastic, like I just follow where it's at. And then I like to bring it out. Okay, and then I do underneath my eye as well. And then I connect it upward. See? Bringing it all together. Sorry, I make faces when I do this. Okay, cool. So, if darken up a little bit more. And you could do this as many times as you want, or as dark until you want it to be. And this is just how I do it. Okay, so the next thing I like to go in, well, especially for this, but if I'm doing every day, I actually been using the orange part of the Mimosa Sunrise and Sangria Sunset. So same brush, don't judge, I am on a rush, so I always use the same one. So I dip into this guy, and then I will pat it on my eyeballs. Looking cute. And it's okay if you go over the spot that you did. You just go back over it in brown later. Yay. Okay, so depending on which highlight I used, I then will go over it in the lighter color. Since I use the Me Money Hustle Baby, the lightest color for me. Actually, I'm just gonna mix them and I'm just gonna go over it. Gonna go over right from the inner and swipe up. So from your inner eye, and then I'm swiping over what I just did. So like if I'm using the Amarazi palette, I do the orange and then I'll do the gold over it. Cause I like to keep everything the same, blended, like together, you know what I mean? So that's what I do. I don't know, it makes it look pretty, I like it. I like it, and that's what I do. And everything's already pre-mixed, so it kind of keeps it together. So after that, I will be doing my my eyelashes. Like I said, depending on if I'm in a rush or if I have time, sometimes I'll do falsies. But if I'm in a rush, I just throw on some mascara. I've been using the Urban Decay Troublemaker. She's definitely been running out. So probably my next one I'm gonna get is the Milk one, the Milk eyelash one. I used it at Sephora on one of their tester things and I absolutely loved it. It just made my eyes look like I was wearing falsies. I used to love it for this one, but that one just went even more. So definitely the next one I'm gonna purchase, but definitely love this one. I try to brush it through. Wesley, hey bud. I try to brush it through. All right, we get it. Nobody there. Yeah, giving me life. Yo, sometimes though when I'm brushing, like, I don't know if this happened to you guys. Wes, shh. I like get mascara right on the work I just did. Yes, I always do my bottom lashes. I look down when I do it. Cause like, what's the point of doing it if you're not gonna do your bottom lashes? Like, I don't know, to me, that's just me, personal preference. I just keep doing it until like, I'm like, oh, eyelashes. Then I go back in. I don't know, my sister told me to swirl this around, so that's just what I do. Swirl it around, get some in there, and sometimes I poke myself in the eye too. Not cool. Using a stick. Just poked myself in the eye. Oh, yes. Okay, and then, I don't know, I'm really bad when it comes to mascara. Not bad like bad doing it, but like bad as in like I always apply too much. So I always make sure I get a waterproof one, just because I feel like it doesn't dry as fast for me. So if I have to fix something, like I can do it really quick. I don't know, that just seems to me. It may not make sense, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so after all that, ooh, lips is the last part. I forgot to put chapstick on, but sometimes I'll put chapstick on, and then I'll put on, so I'll have like chapstick and stuff like that. But I didn't put it on. So, we're gonna skip that step. And I like to finish off my look with some gloss bomb. Depending on my mood or how my look is feeling, I will go into Riri's Matchstick in Cinnamon, and I'll lightly go over my lips, just to kind of complete my look. Like it's a chapstick, you know, type of thing. See a little bit, and then I'll throw on gloss bomb on the top. I dab it on here when I do it. Yes. Oh, love Gloss Bomb. It smells so good. So I do use a mixture of stuff. Some people just think I was biased to Rihanna. I might be, but it's just the stuff that works for me. But I do use other things on my face besides Riri. I like to mix it up. And so I'm not quite done yet. So after that, I put on some earrings. And then normally I'm ready to go. But yeah, this is like my everyday look. This is what I do. Finish it up. Alright, so this is my everyday look. Sometimes if I'm feeling like my highlight look weak, I will go back in it and go back over it. Nothing wrong with that, because mama bear love a good highlight. Yes. Yeah. So that's for that. So thanks for watching. So this is my everyday makeup look. This is what I do. So yeah, I will be shooting another video again, doing different eye colors possibly, or if there's something you want to see, please let me know, give me some feedback. I'm always down for feedback, but thanks so guys so much. Yeah, talk to you soon. Okay, bye.